everyone, welcome back to another video, and today is going to be a little bit of a ASMR full tour due to the fact that it is like 11:30 p.m. It's almost midnight while I'm recording this, and I have people sleeping, aka my parents. So enjoy this ASMR full tour video. Anyways, welcome to today's video of the full tour of the one stage, which I think is my least promoted build out of all the builds this year. And this is a stage which I made. So let's have a little exploration inside then. So here we have the entrance. As you see, I put these stars, which are supposed to represent like famous people type of thing. And then we also have these little promotion things for when we have shows, and then right now it just says the one stage finally here in the Illusional collection. So we can just enter in from there, and then you see we have some food stations over here. And as you see, it's so simple. I really just wanted to go simple with this because it looks nice when it's simple. Every now and then I feel like I always go insane with my decals, so this time I decided to go very simple, you know? And then over here we have simple restrooms. Nope, get away from here. Yeah. We have a simple restrooms over here. It's nothing much. And then here is the staff where they can boost their mood. It's very terrible in there. It's like the most basic thing ever. Over here we have VIP. So this is like a VIP area, which we will come back to later on. But then as you see, we have some seatings over here where people can, you know, sit down and eat their food. Here we just have a simple seating area where they can sit. And it's the same on the other side pretty much, with more restrooms and another place for the staff to stay at. And as you see, there is doors. We can just like quickly go here. There is doors in here where there's easy access to all the stations in between. And then we can just move upstairs using the escalators. And when we're upstairs, we have more lounges, of course, with more restrooms, bigger promotions places, and then more over here. And there is this over here. We have a water park ad, we have my new train station which is on the way ad, my resort ad, my other hotel ad, my first EP that I released on SoundCloud and YouTube, like tour ad type of thing. And then we have the airport ad, so just like, you know, some iconic things promoting me, because of course the stage is all about me for now. But then we can also go over here, and as you see, there's another ad and more seating throughout the whole place. But also, if you notice, there's these lights going on. I put them randomly, but it looks really nice. I did actually put more originally, but I had to remove them due to the fact that it was bright. And I mean, yeah, bright. But as you see, we also have this light over here, which is like wavy. So it adds a nice little effect, you know, just like that wavy look. And with that, that is the whole of the second floor over here. So then we can go back downstairs, and going from here, we can access the VIP. So we're just gonna walk onto the other side again, and then we go back inside here. So this is where you would check in, you know, show your ticket and everything, and there's some lounge there. And then you would immediately go to floor 4, since floor 3 and 2 go to nowhere. So yeah, you're just gonna have to go to floor number 4. So now once we arrived up here, you're at the top. And yes, there's more restrooms, and here are the box seats. So this is the stage we're gonna go to very soon. As you see, it's pretty big. And as you see, we have some nice seating over here. Each one fits 10 people. And then there's another one on the other side. And as you see, there's a lot of lounges as well, with more promotions and a nice big window as well to see the giant stage right in the center. Then we can also go to the other side of the little VIP area where you have the kitchen access. So you will have a private chef here which will cook you anything you like. Nice privileges, right? Very nice. Then we can also move over here, and this is another box seating area where you can watch the show. Then moving on from here, we can go back downstairs, and I know this is very unprofessional. Yeah, we're just gonna jump down. But now we can enter the stage. So normally these doors would be open when it's time to enter, and then as you see, we have an exit side, and then boom, you're inside the main stage hall. So here there is all the seats where people can sit down. And we have some little special seats over here. So this is like a little like deluxe version, not a VIP seat. You have to book these in advance as well. These ones are just like plain seats, so they're just like basic. Then, you know, you can have some jumping over here, you know, admiring your favorite whoever performs and everything. And now the question is, how do you access the stage? So we are just gonna walk back here, and as you see, there's a door which is invisible, but you see there is this small little line at the bottom right there. That is how you will be able to enter. So we just enter through here, and now we're inside the stage, the backstage pretty much. So here there is the makeup session. So here's where you get all your makeup done. Here's the seating area. Here is the closet changing, so you change all your clothes there. Then here we have restrooms, obviously, for the staff. Then going here on the other side, we have a lot of boxes and storage stuff, because this is where the trucks would come in and, well, yeah, they would deliver their goods here. So as you see, we have a place for the trucks, and then we have parking here. Even though I tried, the trucks, they don't go through here. They cannot go through this. This is way too short. So we're just gonna use our imagination that they do fit in there. But now we can close those, and then we can go upstairs over here, and this takes us to, well, just like a simple changing, like the locker, so you put your stuff in and you get ready and everything, and we have some lounges. Then it says the sign restricted only for control room staff, because upstairs is like control the stage and everything pretty much. Then going over here, we have the kitchen, where the staff can of course cook food for themselves and cook the food for the performers, so that there's always food for people to eat. Then we can actually now go upstairs to the restricted area, which is very restricted, as you can tell. So this is kind of like, you're not even supposed to be here, because this is like completely empty, and this stuff is here for a reason, because this is now the control room, which is very depressing and simple. So this one, you're supposed to light all, and then this one we'll have for a reason. If you remember, or if you watched my Tropical Resort tour video, if you haven't, you should. Very good video, by the way. It's a very nice resort. You probably seen the scooter trick, where you can make things disappear on a scooter. So if I just go to free cam right now to show you, we have these giant decals which show, you know, it was just for fun and promotion, like World Tour 1 stage by me, right? If I just go onto the scooter, now that I'm on the scooter, they vanish. So this is an option depending on how the performer wants to, of course, work the stage. And then I can just also light all, and we can also go back to free cam and watch how the stage gets this beautiful light performance, which slowly starts from here and moves on around the whole stage. And the reason why it does that is a question I don't have the answer to. So as you see, it's going all around right now. And also, if you hear my computer breathing in the background, apologies for that. That's just it being dramatic as usual. So that is how it works, and then we can easily just exit again, and we can go back downstairs now, because how do we access the stage is the main question. So we will go back down, and now this grand entry, it's so obvious. So you just, you know, use. And this is one way to access the stage. So now we have access the stage. But also, if you look down here, you see there is these little cutouts for squares. And why is that? Well, there's actually two ways. You can either enter like this, very boring, you know, not so visible. Or you can go down here, where you see there is red light, so you can see where you're going, right? And we have all these little platforms. So you just have to toggle the lift, and you appear out of thin air. Just like that. And I have lined them out, so all the people who are performing know where they are, so they don't fall down the holes. Even though I don't tell my friends, and they end up falling down a random hole. But also, this stage has a lot of stuff. So here we have a secret lift. Here there is another secret lift. There is another secret lift. Here is another secret lift. And here's another secret lift. As you can tell, I put a lot of money into these giant lifts here. And well, as you see, they are good for performance, and the stage layout is also nice as it can be divided into mini parts, especially if you want to have an underground entrance, because if I just close all of these now again for the purpose that I need to, you can have, as you see here, so if you're a group of 3, you can use the 3 rows up here at the back. If you're a group of 4, use the 4 at the back. If you're a group of 6, use 4 here and 2 there at the back. And if you're a group of 7, use all. So it really makes sense. Even if you're a group of 2 or a group just being 1, it fits. It's perfect. But also you can enter from the middle at the very front, so you could just like appear at the very front of the stage, which is very convenient. Or if you're a group of 2, at the side, so one appears here, the other appears over here. It's a little bit confusing, but if you're performing, it gets more easier, you could say. But now let's go backstage. So I'm just gonna fall down this hole real quick. Yeah. So now we can actually just exit the building over here. And what my friends like to call this is a little smoke spot, because now you have access to this area with the trash cans, and you also have access to these giant lights. So you could just climb up here and, well, yep, turn on this light because it's bright. It's really, really bright, as you can tell. It's really bright. And then we can go to the other side where you will be able to find more parking, but this is strictly for the staff or like the people who are performing. That is more truck related. This is more private staff parking. And speaking of which, we can actually just go down over here and get access to the normal parking. So yeah, they just go through this one to enter the staff parking, but then here is the normal parking for everyone else. And we can also just walk over here where we will find ourselves next to the parking monitors where you can, you know, pay for your parking. And then you can easily just walk up here and then, yes. And I also use this sign here that says no trains, trucks, pumpkin carriages, or limos, because they don't fit through this. It's a bit tight. And also because why would we want to have to suffer with giant vehicles taking up so much space in the parking, right? But this is the whole stage. It is crazy that I built the whole stage for random purposes. And it is absolutely gorgeous. I love this design a lot. It was also the longest taking build ever, because I built this in October of 2024. Yeah, this thing is over a year old already, and I just released it. So this is like one of the longest taking projects because I just let it collect dust for like 5 months. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you guys enjoyed this amazing full tour of the one stage. And I will see you guys in my another video. Bye bye.